The last minute thing. Anyhow, I'll you press like on the video, let me go. I hope I'll you just doing this, freshen up your mind just before the exam. And this is not like the first time you're actually revising here. Um, those of you all who brand new to the deal, follow me at Kerwin Springer on Instagram to keep up to date with everything education, secondary, CXC, CAPE, even primary school education. I have the Student Hub, which is the #1 online lessons institution in the Caribbean. Right now, I'm in St. Lucia, and it's hard for me to do anything from St. Lucia, but it's the night, it's the evening before maths exam, so we could do a little thing, right? So press like on the video, and what I'm doing, what you're seeing in the screen here, this is from the Discord. If you wanna know about this Discord, just go to this page on Instagram, look in the bio, and you could send. We just doing tough questions, right? So hopefully you all seen me proper. That the chair, you don't think I'm busting anything, yeah? That the chair, ladies and gentlemen. Big up the Hilton for the Wi-Fi connection, like it working good. So the diagram below shows triangle OAB, which is all these vectors. So this topic here is vectors. This is what someone sent. The first tough question. In addition, E is the midpoint, blah 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 blah. What in right in terms of RNS in the simplest form, an expression for C to D. And I'm seeing that this whole thing here is R, where's S? This whole thing here is S, this whole thing here is R. So what we gonna do, boys? C to D. Well, how much is this? How much is this? This is O is R, O to A is R. So O to C is 3/4 of O to A. So this is 3/4, so this is a quarter. Understand, to make up the whole now. Are you feeling that? So a quarter S. So this little part, a quarter R, sorry, this little part here is a quarter of R. A to D is 2/3 of A to B, and this is 2/3 of that. What we gonna do, boys? Well, A to B is really going backwards from R, so A to B is really negative R plus going forward to S. So this is S minus R. So this is 2/3 of S minus R. Robbie, where you get this from, boy? So you have this one and this one coming together, let their forces combine. So C to D must be equal to a quarter of R, that making sense to you, plus 2/3 of S minus R. So a quarter, if this is making no sense here, go and look for the topic vectors on my channel. Anything that making sense here, go and look for the topic on the channel and start revising. Everybody seeing? If it's blurry, let me just stick this comment by cursor here. How we do this, boy? Yeah, I think she did already. Yeah, if it's blurry, I had to change the quality of your screen. So let me double check and make sure we do nonsense and the people come first question. So O to A was R. So C to A, apparently C to A, O to C is 3/4 of O to A. So yeah, C to A is a quarter. And A to D is 2/3 of A to B, but A to B is really negative R plus S, so S minus R. Yes, so just fix the quality of the stream and stop complaining if it's blurry, man. And so this is a quarter R plus a quarter R minus 2/3. So this is a quarter minus 2/3 R. For those of you all who frightened with fractions and think, do that on your calculator, don't hot up your head. This is like 12 LCM now. 4 could go into this 3 times, so that's 3, and 3 could go into this 4 times, so that's 8. So this is what, negative 5 over 12 R plus 2. Or you could put answers too, 2/3 S. By the way, if you want answer, how much marks are here for this thing, man? 2 marks. Final marks was a little scrunting there by CX. So www.kerwinspringer.com if you want solutions for past papers, right? So I'll leave the video up. You all don't need to worry. I'm gonna double check this because it's feeling kind of fishy. Well, I went down R, I went down 5/12 R, okay, and I went across 2/3 S. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. We can leave that. Where's O to E then? O to E would be half of this plus what? Plus the 3/4 R. So O to E is 3/4 of R because I had to go from O to C first. Let me write out the whole thing. Like my calculator. O to E is O to C plus C to E. Right? Two vectors. That's how vectors is going. Vectors is just following a different path. Now, if all of this making no sense here, remember, we just doing the tough questions here. If you're getting frightened, go and look back at the easy questions earlier. Go and check out the video on vectors. O to C was 3/4 R, and C to E is half of, I guess that's half. E is the midpoint. Yeah, half of this thing here. So C to E is like, I could put -5/24R plus 2/6 instead, S. 2/3, so that's 1/3. Okay, so this is 3/4 R is the same as if I put it over 24. 4 could go into 24 much times. So 6 3s are 18. R minus 5/24. R is just fractions are working out here, plus what a third S. You can look up at the website for the proper solutions in case I made anything error here. So this is looking like 13/24 plus 1/3 S. What people was this way? All right, bro. I do your tough question. Let me go back in the Discord channel there and see what other questions them fellas put down. No, that's memes. Answers. What? This man in the chat here repeat. Right, let me double check and make sure he has been correct thing. 2/3. Yeah. Next question. Anybody else have a next question? So if you have a tough question I want me to do, you could go and send it in the Discord. I had an earlier question that somebody had sent. I think I'd snap it and put it on the board already. This was a tough question, man, because the fractions was real unorthodox. What do you think about this question? Well, read this question. Yeah, this was the question somebody sent. Complete the table. Not too easy. Do you have any other questions? So I'm looking at the Discord channel. The Discord channel can be found by going to @the student hub, _student hub on Instagram. If your Instagram still activated, if it's not, don't activate it back. So go to that on Instagram and look at the link in the bio. Click the link in the bio. It has like something close to 25K students inside here. How much students do you have inside here? 24K. 24,000 students inside that Discord channel. If you didn't know about that and you now find out about that, well, that ain't gonna feel good. Not gonna feel good. So send a question earlier. I just need to snap the question up and pull it and see no questions coming through. All right, here comes Salty. Salty send a circle geometry. Salty for the girl them. All right, there is one picture. The only share thing you're allowed to share. Please. Somebody be sharing teachers' notes and thing in that Discord thing. A teacher called me over the weekend. So them trying sharing my notes. I say miss them trying sharing my notes and thing too in that thing. The only share thing you're allowed to share inside it. Let's see what's that thing sharing. All right, so watch this question here earlier. Why is in the chat if you feel you could do this one? Deep. Where are you going, boy? Trying to find back the stream here. All right. So this is what it is. This is a circle geometry. They want you to determine PTR. Cake and ice cream, man. So angles from a common chord in the same segment are equal, right? So let's make this a little smaller. So this has to be 75 degrees, right? I agree. 75 degrees. angles in the same segment from a common chord are equal. That feels good to me. Whoop, whap, that the bunny ears thing. These angles are equal. What is the next one? PTR, so that is 75. TPQ. 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 What do you think for TPQ? Well, my answer for TPQ, watch this, right? I could find out what this is. Yeah. We'll find out what that is. Once I can find out what is what. I can find out what this is. You understand? So I'll call this one A and I'll call this one B. And A is equal to 180 minus 60 degrees, which is 120 degrees. And the reason is angles in a straight line add up to 180 degrees. It's a long time and right earlier, so the writing ain't gonna look 200. It ain't gonna look 200. So this is 120 here. A is 120. And I could automatically find this one, and I don't need to find this one and subtract from 360 or anything. I could automatically find that one because if you look really carefully here, you'll see this is a cyclic quadrilateral. Cyclic quadrilateral have the vertices touching the circumference. So PTRQ is, so this is the next part, is a cyclic quadrilateral. Therefore, angle at P plus angle at R is equal to 180 degrees. And the reason is opposite angles in the cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. That just means add up to 180 degrees. Why is in the chat if you understand that? So this will be 60 degrees. Brilliance, brilliance. Is it? Obtuse angle POR, where O is the center of the circle. POR. Let's go find POR. PO. Oh my gosh. Ew, how are we doing that? Because there's no center in this circle right now. No. Am I writing what we know? Eh? We know that this is 75. We know that this is 75. We know that this is 120. We know that this is 60. There's a center in the circle somewhere, O. I'm going to find POR. Now, P must be equal to 150. Now, why is POR equal to 150? It's because it comes from the same chord here. And angles from a common chord at the center is equal to 2 times the size of angles, or subtended is the fancy word they like to use, from the same chord at the circumference. Now, the reason I write it like this is for time, right? So this angle here, this rule comes from, and you can look up circle geometry. It's one of the most watched videos on this channel, actually. If I have a chord like this, and you know what a chord is? A chord is any line that, you know, a straight line touching two points on the circumference, right? If I make an angle at the center, it will always be twice the length of an angle made at the circumference. If you go and look up that, right? So that's that. Let me see what this chord have for we again. Right. Somebody ripping through the questions in the Discord. What other stuff you all have for us in the Discord? Discord people, what you have for we there? Are you hearing me anything, right? How long I plan to stream for? Until I'm tired, but I'm real tired right now. Until I'm real tired. I seen people, Johan send something for the people. For the people, them. Copy. Good boy. Another vectors question. Wait, I'm more to this question? Oh, no, we did already. While you only bringing these vector questions, what about these vector questions? This takes so much time. Well, you like them vectors questions, eh? Vectors. All right, so let go. And how do you get this to stick down? Can you do that? What would happen if I were to press this button? Aha. Bring to front, center back, lock. I feel how I'm looking for it. And you figure below, not drawn to scale, OEF and EF. I need to see all your comments and things. It blurry for you. Let me get back that comment. Somebody could write a comment. By the way, everything on the channel, and nearly everything, y'all could just go and watch. And those of you all in my lessons that have it even better, you could go and watch extended videos and things from me. Change equality to 180, and it's pretty clear. Right? So you have to change equality. So in the figure not drawn to scale, OEF and MF are straight lines. All you're finding vectors questions from hell, boy. Oof. OE, EF, MF are straight lines, right? Point H is such that EF is 3 times EH. So you have another U there and you have another U there, right? The point G is such that MF is 5 of MG. So it come like they split into 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Careful with how they write these things. People think, okay, this is 5 times. No. M to F. Oh no, sorry, it's 5. It's 5. I clean up myself there, boy. M to F is 5 times M to G. Yes. I thought it was like G to F is 5 times. So if it's G to F is 5 times, then it'll be 6. Okay. Right. So you have 5 of them. M is the midpoint of OE, right? That feels good. OM is V, so it have another V here. EH is U. Okay. Are ready for them? Right, in terms of U and or V, an expression for HF. I hope nobody in the next rooms and thing and want to know what going on. This man come on the holidays to teach maths. Is maths I hear in it? Is vectors? It might lodge a complaint. I come to my holidays and I hear this man and I keep talking maths, dog. Right, in terms of U and an expression for HF. HF? This is easy, man. HF. HF have to be, must be 2 U's. Right? We already established that. H to F. Because that 3 U's here. MF is a V, because this is MF, but we had to take the alternate route. That's how vectors is with these kind of vectors. So we go V and U. So MF is equal to ME plus EF. So this is V plus 3U. So far, so good. OH. So this is A, B, and C. OH would be equal to what where O and H is. This is the route that they're looking at, but we can take VU. This is an easier one by V plus U, right? So 2V plus U. Goodness. This is one of those old questions because look at mark sharing and thing here. Show OG, they don't share so much marks and thing, brother man. Not again. Oh, by the way, I could close the live chat and press like on the video. And what I could do me this favor, for those of you all who still have Instagram, share the video on Instagram and tag your friends and let them. Who knows? You know much people pass maths in these last minute videos. They get a moment of inspiration and they raise their grade by 1 or 2. 3/5 of 2V plus U. Show that OG is 3/5 of that. OGs, any OGs in the chat? So OG is really half of. Wait. How are we doing this one by channel star? So OG is this part here, which is a V plus MG. But mg, we do mf already, right? Mg is 1/5 of mf. So let me start, first things first, let me start there. Mg is 1/5 of mf. And mf, this would mean that this is 1/5 v plus 3/5 u. I just do 1/5 of that. Think about it. 1/5 of mf, right? And we want to go OG. So OG is really OM plus the mg, which we just did. OM is straightforward, that's v, and this is 1/5 v plus 3/5 u. So this is actually 6/5 v plus 3/5 u. Now this is looking a little different than what they have here, but it actually is the same thing. It actually is the same thing. I'll press like on the stream. I'll tell how much likes it's had in. Press like that. So like if we factorize out 3/5 here, 6/5 is 2 times 3/5. So I can add leave a 2 inside here, that 2v, and I pull out the 3/5 already, so I can just put the u. So this is what we write QED to just show that improvement has an improvement, right? Niceness. Hence prove that OG and H lie on a straight line, OG and H. Okay. So this is OG. This is how you prove straight lines. It's asked this a lot of times, even now, even in this late stage in 2022, they still like to ask this question. OG, we just solved that. This is 2/5 of 2v plus u, right? But OH now is we don't have that there. Look at it, 2v plus u. So we can see that these two vectors are related by a factor. You can see it, a factor or multiple. So since OH is equal to 2/5, I want to write this the other way around. Since OG is equal to 2/5 of OH, the vectors are parallel. That's all we show so far. If vectors are related by a scalar factor, you can use that word, the big word they like to look for, related, or scalar multiple, related by a scalar factor of 2/5. Once they're related by a scalar factor, like you can pull out a factor out of the two vectors, that means they're parallel. This should be revision for everybody, right? If this is brand new to you and you're kind of hotting up your head to figure out this, it may be best I just come off this video and go and look at the basic stuff. You have time. You have some time. I mean, last day before the exam, we're really going on with you by a whole year. But still, you could go and learn something on the other videos. I have lots of stuff to help on the channel breakdown, nice and simple. But that's not it. You just prove that they're parallel. And since they share, this is the next part, they share or pass through a common point. They share a common point, and state the common point, O. The vectors, the points O, G, H must be collinear. You all understand that? You could go and look up my video on vectors. I'll go through this. I'll break it down a little more. This is how you prove collinearity, if there's a word, in vectors. You need to show that they're related by a scalar factor, that one is a multiple of each other, one is like 2 times or 1/3 times each other. So it's basically the same vector, just a different magnitude of the same vector, right? And then you need to show that they're passing through the same point. They eventually would pass through the same point. And they make it very easy for you in CXC by actually stating one of the points. I guess this man wanted me to do 14 too. 14 is this video is properly labeled. Only the tough questions. Oh my gosh. L and N are two matrices where L is that and N is that. Evaluate L minus N squared. So we start off simple, fairly simple. So L is 3, 1, 2, 4 minus N squared. So I can work out N squared on the side, or I can work it out along with this. -0, 2 multiply by -1, 3, 0, 2 You all know how to multiply matrices. This is a big thing, you know. This is a big show of force here. So how we multiply these two is row by column. So -1 by -1 is 1, plus 3 by 0 is 0. When I see 0, is smile. I hope you all see what went on there. That was top row, first column, at the top. Then 0 by -1 is 0, and 2 by 0 is 0. So this is this row by this column, all right? And we're going to do this by this now. Excuse me, -1, -3, 3 by 2 is 6. We're good to go. 0 by 3 is 0, and 2 by 2 is 4. Sounds good to me. How that song tell you? That song will tell you row by column is a dance, and this by this, then this by this, this by this, and this by this. I feel like we're cooking a drum gas day. So we could simplify and go forward with your life. So this is 3, 2, 1, 4. What he knows about? I made a mistake. If the screen is blurred for you, anybody here, anybody want to type for that person? If the screen is blurred for you, you need to go and change the setting on your stuff right there. Right? Go and change the settings by the gearbox or some kind of thing. So 1, 0, 3, 4. Oh, this correct? That's correct. I feel like this correct. -1, 1, 3. Remember, a little rusty. Maths teachers, when they get rusty, they make errors and little calculations and things. Because I knew maths in a while now, boy. I was on my vacation. So 3 now you do direct. Each member dealing with each member and a corresponding member. What is that for? So subtraction here would be like 2, -1, 1, and 0. I agree with that. 2, -1, and 1 and 0. This is subtraction here, right? We already do the multiplication part. So let me double check all these questions. If like I come back and I spot myself like I made any little calculation error, which I probably won't, but I'll put it in comments. But you catch the idea. So the matrix M is given as mx12 3x. Calculate the values of x for which M is singular. So what makes a matrix singular? Let me put what Gregory have here given. You have to literally go and select. Sometimes they say make the quality higher. Just go and select 1080. Do it manually. Otherwise, that you're doing a really long way. Let's see all these band on my hand. So in this hotel, every time you go and get breakfast, they check your temperature and get a band, meaning you. So ban. By collecting it, by the time they normally cut it off, but I tell them don't cut off nothing. I'm collecting this. The matrix M is given x 12 3x calculate. So for it to be singular, AD minus BC must be equal to 0, or what they call the determinant. The determinant must be equal to 0. So AD, think of this as A, B, C, D, right? Those are the positions there. So you want x squared minus 36 equal to 0. You understand? That's x squared, and this by this is 36. So you're seeing clearly that x squared must be equal to 36. Now notice they say values of x. Some of you are immediately thinking, so x is equal to the square root of 36, which is equal to 6. They will only give you 1 mark if you say x is equal to 6. X is also equal to -6. You need plus or minus square root. Because if you say -6 by -6, you would actually get 36 as well. A geometric transformation maps this to that. Now, it will be too late to buy my formula book, but those of you who have the formula book, you can go and look at the transformation that does this kind of swap it up thing. Now, we see it in a little hypothetical graph here. So we are the point 2, 1. This is like 2, and this is like 1, right? And this is the point. We don't have a name for this point. So this is 2, 1. And all of a sudden, it ends up on -1, 2. It ends up here. -1, 2. So what type of transformation is this? This is the point now. This is clearly a rotation of, wow, I didn't know you could do all of that. A rotation of 90 degrees in a anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise rotation, there's a formula for that. is a formula for anti-clockwise rotation, right? But if you don't know the formula, you can kind of figure it out, kind of. They give you a little setup here. These formulas are based off of something called the identity matrix. You can look up matrix transformation. Those of you all in my class, we have a whole class in there to go and run through. So what they do is they spike this, like put negative signs, sometimes change it to 2 to go to enlargement. Sometimes they do the swap it up, like in this case, it's swapped. So the ones on there. It's just really to figure out who is -1 and who is 1. But you can watch this and see, because think about it, right? Think, come on, think. 0p q0 multiplying by this point, right? 2, 1. And all of a sudden you get -1, 2. It means that the 0 multiplied by the 2, so that went to 0. And then you add on to p by 1, and you get -1. So what that make p? P times 1 is -1. What that make p? Well, you understand in my central Trinidadian English here. So it means p must be equal to -1 earlier, and q by 2 is 2. So q must be equal to 1, just like that. Now you could show them this, and you could show them that you figured out the multiplication, and you by deduction you get you was able to figure out what p and q is. But generally now they just really want you to state these things. A translation t. This is a translation, right? Meaning vector. This is a vector. This one is a matrix, a 2 by 2 matrix. This is a type of matrix too, or column matrix, but vector, right? It maps. Watch it there, brother. Trying to read that question, neighbor. Yeah, we already figured out P was the -1 and Q was the 1, right? Maps the 0.53 onto 1, 1. Now, these things are subtractions or additions. You understand? It was 5, 3 first, then I add on the transformation T, which was class RS, yes. Get them things all over the Caribbean there. Is 1, 1. So we add on this and we get 1, 1. What does this mean? Well, I forget what we do. I lost my train of thought. All right, we're trying to figure out R and S. So 5 plus R must be equal to 1, and 3 plus S must also be equal to 1. So what in the world is happening here? Well, you could do this. So 5 plus R is equal to 1. That makes sense that R must be -4. You could go and work that out, right? And 3 plus S is equal to 1. So therefore, S must be equal to -2. Brilliant. I see the answers popping for these ones. But determine the I hope I'll take that down because I'm erasing. All these maths teachers just do the thing. Determine the coordinates of the image 8, 5 under the combined transformation R followed by T, O, G's, and H's. R. So R is a multiplication kind of vibe. 0, -1, 1, 0. And T is -4, -2. So when they hit this at arrows, then when we slap him with the R, we want to slap him back with the T now. So let me go. So 8, 5, you're in hit with the R. Now you can't put the R here because this will be a 2 by 1 matrix multiplied by a 2 by 2 matrix, and that can't work. You can't multiply matrix, so matrix multiplication. Not commutative, so the order is important. So you have to put the R on this side of things, right? So we multiply up that soldier. Obviously, they're going to do the swappy daps. And along with the swappy daps, you're going to become negative. That's just how it is. You can go and work it out and see. So this is transformation R. And then now we're going to take this party outside, and I teach in maths now. And then we're going to add the transformation T to it, which is -4, -2. And hope for the best. So this now determine the coordinates of the image. Blah, 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 blah. So this is now -9, 6. So the image is -9, 6. Excuse me. Sorry for freezing there. Just watching the comments. All right. Let me see what I'm putting in the Discord. I guess we could slow down what they're playing in Discord because I'm sure thing flying in like 90 right now. Oh, sometimes. Them real bring in vectors. Well, let me see if they have a non-vectors inside here. All right, let me try this question. This one not that hard. You take a cooler before we go into some of the tougher ones, right? So this is, how you'll call it, algebraic expression. They're bringing these things back now these days a lot, so look out for it in your exam. Or read the questions if you understand it. Yeah, them old vectors question, this girl knows cheating. Them old vectors question could hire doubt in yourself. Them old vectors question, they're not too kind. So the diagram below shows some rectangle, and this is, in case you're not seeing it, this is like 7x plus 5. I made it much better. And this is 3. This is 3x. So the length of the rectangle is 7x plus 5. The width is 3x. If P stands for the perimeter, is what I said. P stands for the perimeter of the rectangle. What expression in terms of x? So the perimeter is equal to 2 times the length plus the width. So it's 2 times, and the length is 7x plus 5, and the width is 3x. So this is 2 times 10x plus 5, right? So this is 20x plus 10. Y'all agree with that? Yeah, this is a little easy. If A stands for the area of the rectangle, what expression? So the area is length by breadth. So this is 3x times 7x plus 5. Keep in mind this must be in brackets, right? So this is 3x there and then 3x there. So then this is 3 7s are what? 21, 21x squared plus 3x, 15x. That is what we're looking at. Just careful with the multiplication. If the screen is blurry, you need to increase the quality on your end. Somebody write back the comment there so I can pin it. So that's the brain cooler. Let me go back for the big boys now. Please do send out maths questions. I don't want to scare the people, children. Some dread Afrobeat playing out there, boy. Write the following pair of, this is what this is, a simultaneous. Yeah, so the following pair of simultaneous equations as a matrix. Rate all your preparedness for maths out of 10. So this is 3, 2, 5, 4, x, y is equal to 1, 5. This is how you go from this normal algebraic expression to a matrix equation, the matrix form. You enter the matrix there is new. If the screen is blurry, you need to change the quality on your end. Write the solution of your matrix equation as a product of two matrices. Sure. So we need to find the inverse. So the inverse would be 1 over the determinant by the adjoint, right? I know it's me alone in this room, so I should not be hearing anything. AD minus BC. So this is A3 by 4 minus 2 by 5. This is 12 minus 10. So this is 2. Determinant is 2. And the adjoint, like the shaky bakes, the adjoint is D, A minus B minus C. So what are we looking at? We're looking at 4, 3, negative 2, negative 5. So this is 1 over 2 multiplied by 4, negative 5, negative 2, 3. Okay. So I can make it into one kind of, is this difficult? No, this is not difficult. No, the PowerPoint not blurry. Why is in the chat if you're seeing it good? Watch how much people will say they're seeing it good, eh? This coming across at 1080p. Most people on YouTube stream at like 720 and thing. If you change these settings, you need to literally pick the 1080 settings. See, look how much people saying it good. I mean, it's a you problem, not a me problem. So, okay, so 4/2. You just put everything over to real. Remember when I showed you this? Caribbean. So this is 4/2 Caribbean. Remember us down? -2/2, 3/2. You can break it down to like 2, -5/2, -1, 3/2, right? That sounds good to me. Boom, bang, bing. But this is not the answer. This is just the inverse matrix. We just found the inverse. So now we can write the solution as xy is equal to the inverse matrix 2, -1, -5, 2, 3, 2. This is the inverse. Go and review my topic on inverse if you're trying to figure out what happened here. 1/5. I think I need to write with maybe the red at a bigger, thing. Yeah, I'll write it. Yeah, this a little more visible. But I mean, you're still seeing this. Alia want me to specifically wish her the best of luck tomorrow. Best of luck tomorrow, Alia. Next question. Let me go and see what's going on here. They didn't want you to work it out. They just want you to write it as a product of two matrices. So if the men want me to work it out, why should I? Why should I? More vectors again, man. Please tell me they not vectors question. All right, let's see what's going on here. So we're doing the tough questions here today. Oof, this one would be blurry actually. No, actually it's starting to come out pretty good, man. Yeah, it's showing all right. It's just had to big it up. All right, look. The diagram below shows a quadrilateral. That's a quadrilateral, folks. Where did you all go? Right. If you're looking for composite functions you all really comment that the ultimate farmer right there. He talking good things. If you see that blurry. Somebody asking for, if you're looking for any topic, just search my name on the topic and you'll generally find videos for everything. Little small thing to help you see the way. PQRS, PQS are parallel. This is parallel to this. Right, it's a quadrilateral. SQ is 8. SPQ is 90, you see me? So we do know if this is 90 then. SQ 82 and 30. Everything here is there. That's the only reason you read these things, to make sure everything that they write there is in the diagram. So they want you to determine the length PS. All right, boys. How are we doing this? How are we doing this, boys? Well, if this is 90, maybe. Which one they want first? PS? PS. How do you think we're doing PS? Did they say PS and PQ equal to each other? No, they did not. Now you can do a couple things. You see, we're not sure about this angle here. You have a line. This is 30 degrees. And this makes 90 here. So this is 30 degrees and this is 82 degrees. You need to figure out what this angle is here. So we can figure out what these missing angles are. Because we're not too sure if this is 90 degrees. Y'all understand what I'm saying? We can figure out this, we can use sine rule and figure out everything about this side of the triangle. But I know a lot of you are thinking to put 60 here automatically, but I'm not too convinced that I should do that. I'm too convinced that I should do that. So let me just figure out what this angle is, humble. And I know all these must add up to 180. So I could probably just double check what these two add up to. Just to make sure. Yeah. So let me hit that. Oh no, they said parallel. I missed that part. They said parallel. And they say that? Parallel. Oh gosh. So I wasted my time. So this is 90. Yes, we're correct. If they're parallel, then this my angle here must be 90. This is a transversal. So fine. So this is 60 degrees. Well, then this question is take an ice cream. And if this is 60 degrees, no matter what happened, this must be 30 degrees. Right? Because it must add up to 180. And then we can figure out every single thing. All right. So 60 degrees, 30 degrees. Mr. Parallel talk there, boy. I waste my time. I waste my good time. So what it is? PS is so this is adjacent. This guy here is the hypotenuse, right? This guy here, this 8 centimeters. So PS, I could say adjacent and hypotenuse, so cut toward as the cos of 60 degrees. Let's look at 60 must be equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is equal to what we're trying to find, PS over 8. So cos of 60 is something. What's cos of 60? Let's just write cos of 60, right? This is maths, not math. So PS is equal to 8 times the cos of 60, which is how much? They wanted to how much? Significant figures. Did they say anything about that? Should work out pretty nice though. 8 times the cos of 60, make sure you calculate in degrees, 4. Or some of you want to get 8 times the sine of 30 and you'll still get 4, how much it is, centimeters. So this is 4. The length PQ. So PQ all right, so what is PQ? PQ, well, the cos of 30 adjacent to y hypotenuse. Oh, you can get the sine. You can do the other way around too. So this would be PQ now would be 8 over cos of 30. So 8 times the cos of 30 is how much? 8 times the cos of 30 is 4 root 3. So PQ is 4 times root 3. You could get this to centimeters. You could leave that like that or get it to 6 point, what y'all getting? 6.93. 6.93 is 3 significant figures as usually CXC standard. 6.93 centimeters. Is this thing moving? Did I lock this? I thought I locked you, bro. 6.93. So use 6.93 or 4 root 3 centimeters. That's PQ. And finally, they want the area of PQRS. To find the area of a trapezium, you need to multiply the parallel sides, add the parallel sides, then find half of it, then multiply by the height. So we need to get this side. That shouldn't be a problem to get that side though, because we could use something called the sine rule. Can we? Yeah, we could, because this missing angle here must be 180 minus 82 plus 30. So 180 minus 82 plus 30 is what? 68 degrees. So this is 68 degrees. And if this is 68 degrees, the sine rule says that the sine rule works like this. This is A, this is A. This is like B. Which one we know? Which one are you trying to find? This one, B, right? So let's make this A instead. Trying to find this side. A, this is A. This is B. This is B. So the sine rule says that the sine of, you can write it the other way, A over the sine of A is equal to b over the sine of b. This is the way I want to write it. So in my case, a is what we're trying to find. So SR over the sine of 82, you all following me? Is equal to b 8 over the sine of, and you can look up sine, we'll have videos on it. Just look up the topic bearings, the sine of 68. So SR is equal to sine 82, 8 over sine 68 multiplied by sine 82. How many of you all understood that? So 8 over the sine of 68 multiplied by the sine of 82. So you get 8.54, approximately 8.54. So the area is going to be half sum of the parallel sides, half of SR plus PQ. Seen it? That's the parallel sides. The trapezium looks like this. We have 6.93. We have, what did I say that was? 8.54. And we have 4. So half the sum of the parallel sides by the height, which is PS. So it's half of 6.93 plus 8.54. Well done, Shirag Ramchandani. I hope I pronounced your name correct. Multiply by 4. And the answer is going to be 0.5 by 6.93 plus 8.54 times 4. Okay, let's put 2. You'll get 30, 30.88, 30.9, so somewhere around 30, 31 approximately. Let me see one more partner. Sure, I guess. So 30.9, 30.94. Now, all those topics that Aviana listed here, I have them on the channel. So you could just search Cohen-Springer variation, Cohen-Springer vectors, Cohen-Springer matrices, Cohen-Springer functions. Search it in YouTube and you'll see it come up. Sets not coming, sets coming in the multiple choice. So you can look up Cohen-Springer sets and you can see what to study for sets. So a lot of people was on my Instagram imploring me to go online, but what I'm saying is I have some work to do this year in revamping and just updating some of the videos on the channel. But a lot of these short videos, they're already for you to exploit. Understand? You could pull your weight from now. So what is this man have up here? Some functions. I say easy questions, bro. That's not a hard question. Explain why this is a function, solve the equation. Now, all of them is function question, real easy, bro. A measurement question. A measurement question so annoying, I'm not feeling to do it by. All right, I'm going to do the measurement question for the culture. For the culture. Yeah, boy. So right now, the reason I didn't do a lot of live is because I am actually in St. Lucia. And we was in St. Lucia, some students have business, meet all the students from the student have, not all, there's a couple actually. It was real vibes, and then one member of the team get COVID-19, so she went on lockdown. Oh, now she's listening right now. And everybody went home except me to make sure that I could, live and thing. So internet and all kind of thing. All right, so measurement for the culture. Calculate, by the way, let me call it post and tag and all kind of thing already. The diagram above, not drawn to scale, shows a solid glass paperweight which consists of hemisphere, blah, 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 blah. Calculate using the curved surface area of the cylinder. Right, so a cylinder is breaking apart into a net like this. And this thing here is a rectangle. That's called a rectangle. You should identify this from your days when you were like 6 years old. 3 years old. My son was like 2 years old. Maybe even 1 point something. So you should recognize a rectangle when you see a rectangle. And the rectangle is curved around, boom, and you have a cylinder. Magic. That's the net. So it means that we need to find the area of a rectangle here. And this part here, if you think about it, this part here really represents the unraveling, like a toilet paper, and somebody know how to unravel toilet. Hopefully, you've never in a situation where that unravel the brown part, you know. Anyhow, so this here is the circumference, and we find the circumference by saying 2 pi r. And this part here is the height, and that was given, that's 8. Understand? And they want the area of this. They're not interested in this part. They're just interested in the part that I have shaded in green. So we need to find the area. The area is going to be length by breadth, which is 2. Why is this so light? Which is 2 pi r multiplied by 8. Let's put that 8. They say use pi as 3.14. So 2 by 3.14. R is 3 multiplied by 8. How much will they get? Yeah, but if I go, this man is very correct, Nicholas Cohen, living his life right now, and we got to go and bust it being tomorrow. I'll go and watch my Instagram and see I was jet skiing and all kind of thing here. I'll drag me out to come and do this maths now. 6 by 8 by 3.14. What is this? Are you doing this correct? 2 pi r. I'm sensing a little shift in the matrix there. But okay, let's proceed. Well, I get 150. Well, I get a little 150 then. I get 150. Well, 151, 150.72. And you have a little cm squared there to make the thing look good. So that's the area of the curved surface. 2 marks for that? Gosh, this is one of the new papers. When you see this crunching and marks, the surface area of the hemisphere. Well, let's find the surface area of a sphere again. I think it's 4/3 pi r squared. Now, don't get frightened. They don't expect you to remember the surface area of a sphere, the CXC. We could learn it. I learned it. But if this, let me put back on the thing, if the screen blurry, every new person that come in like this get the screen coming out blurry. I don't know why YouTube doing this. If the screen blurry, you'll need to raise the setting on your side. Surface area. The surface area of a hemisphere, well, it's just half of a sphere, half area of sphere, and I think it's 4/3 pi r squared. Let me just double check. Area of sphere. Back at right now. Ooh, suddenly a hunger hits me. Or it's just 4 pi r. It's just 4 pi r squared actually. So the area, so the half of area of square would be equal. So it's now 4. It'll be 2 pi r squared now. So 2 pi r squared, this will be 2, and they say use pi as 3.14, and r still remains 3. So Ereniga. That's what somebody died. 6 times 3.14. 18.84 cm squared. I find that a little suspicious. That's a little suspicious. 3 down. This is 8 times that 3 by 4. 8 times 3, 3, 6. Yeah. All right, yeah. Half the area of a sphere. Half. So instead of 4 pi r squared, 2 pi r squared. Okay. The total surface area of the solid paper weight. Or we just add the 2 and maybe throw in this one on the bottom too for good measure. So the total would be equal to the 150.72 plus the 18.84 plus the circle thing on the bottom there. Always find your circle pi r squared. Pi r squared, so this is another 3.14 by 3 squared, which is 9. 3.14 by 9 is how much there, boy? 3.14 times 9. This was an easy measurement compared to what is normally bringing. This is 28 point. So blah, 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 blah. This is 150.72 plus 18, Shireen, what's plus 18.84 plus 28.26. So you can take it home from there. The rest is left as an exercise to the reader. All right, let me see what I have on Discord again. Let me see if I feel into do one more. One more. So this was just to encourage you to jump into your final. For those of you all who like to take a little final study before the exam, do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing, do your thing. People bring in circle terms left, right, and center, boy. Circle terms plaguing all year. So it has some real big bosses inside of this. Wow. Discord gone clear 248 messages. I'm real messaging inside that C-Sec Maths Discord. All right. So let me just do this one then. Remember, go into YouTube, listen to me, listen how much people that I have here right now? Listen to me, 1027. Search Kerwin Springer and the topic. A lot of y'all when come on Instagram and ask me, so help me with quadratics. Search Kerwin Springer quadratics. The other day I watched my quadratics video, I see it has 200 and something thousand views. So people learning the quadratics. So go on search the topic. You can replace it whatever topic in maths that giving you problems, and you should generally find a video. If you don't find one, message me on Instagram and I will pray for you. So let's get this next part done. Yeah, boy. So we have lots of paper trees done already. You can go and check them out. Have you watched all my paper trees? Give me reason for your answer for those who doing paper trees. The measure of GFG. Let me lock it. Watch how he does lock it. Boom, bang, and he locked it. Can't move. Lock down. I wish relationship was that easy. Given reason for your answer, the measure of angle GFH. GFH. Oh man. So that had to be 44 because, and I'll just say it this time, and you could go and watch the video on it. Why again? Yeah, the angle at the circumference is half the angle at the center when it's subtended from a common chord in the same segment, right? So GDE now. GDE. Him. What is him? Ha. We're really going on here. Well, they are complicated thing, but you're now taking in the solar here. I'm going to read some. Let's do some reading. C is the center of a smaller circle, right? GH is a common chord, right? And DEF is a triangle. Seeing that. Anyway, insisted that this triangle must be isosceles. Let me see if this triangle is isosceles. Let's get this piece here. 126. 26 from 80. The maths not mathsing right now, but what's that? 54. So this is 54. 54. Problems, boy. Problems. So what this angle here is then? You sure that 54, right? Yeah, we sure. EF is a straight line. Yeah, because DEF is a triangle, right. So cool. 126, 88, 14. Cool. So this must be 54. So if this is 54 and this is 44, we can find out what that guy over there is. And GH and DE parallel. Did they say anything about parallel here? This parallel to that? They didn't say anything like that. All right, let me keep going with the grace of God now, but we can get through. We will conquer. So this is 54, and this over here must be, anybody have answers? 180 minus 54 plus 44. So what is that? That is 98. So this is making no sense. This so badly drawn. They say not drawn to scale. Not drawn to scale. This so badly drawn that this is 126 and this is 54 and this would be 82. I don't like questions when CXC bring CXC. Let me talk. You can draw things not to scale, eh? But what is this? This looking like an isosceles dog, and you telling me that this is 54 and this is 82? At least proportions, big proportions, proportions. Ali, what do you think about that? What do you think about that? To make students second guess themselves. What is it? I second guessing myself. Like, what is this? So what the CX is saying is they can't draw them. I hope I'm wrong here. Let me double check this again. So this is 44. We proved this already. This is 54. Yes, this has to be 82. I'm just getting problems. So drawing thing here, man. Anyhow, so opposite angles, so we can figure out what this one is. That's what we wanted. GDE. So GDE must be equal to 100 and why they giving away 3 marks for that? 180 degrees minus 126 degrees, which is equal to how much? 54 as well. And this is because, yeah, so this one is 98. This is because opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral. This is a cyclic quadrilateral, guys. This is what I'm watching here. Let me make you a little bigger, bro. Let's see what I'm watching. This here. It's a cyclic quadrilateral. So this angle plus this angle over there must add up to 108. So that is why that is 54 degrees. I'm not writing out everything, right? You would think. All right. So we already established that this one is 98. We'll keep that in the back pocket for later. For later use. 98. Yeah, boy. DEF. So DEF must be 82. Right? And this must be 82 because opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral. DEHD. Yeah. So do our next one. So this question, to be easy, but just the diagram draw real ridiculous. So you didn't really know what's going on now. Boy. Using pi equal 3.14 in this part of the question, given that GC is equal to 4 centimeters, GC? 4 centimeters. All right. I'll be removing all these angles and things, right? So GC, they're going to make it do something else here. GC is 4 centimeters. Who keeps saying sir? Some linear programming. Or you could just search linear programming. So do a next one. If you want to see a next one, just look it up. Look up circle geometry. A real thing on circle geometry. I'm just doing some tough ones right now to, get the fire burning. Triangle, calculate the area of triangle GCH. GCH. Well, if this is 4, this must also be 4, right? That just always work because radius and thing, but a radius here, radius there, radius over there must be the same thing. So 4. So it means we can work out the area of this triangle here, GCH, which is what I want. And the area of that triangle, here we always do this, right? The area of the triangle is very simple. Very simple. Use this formula. Half AB sine C. Well done, come on. So this is half, and remember both of them was 4. So it's 4. Let me draw it in the same way. That's 4. This one's 4. I'll just give me a little second there. Yeah. This was 4. This was 4. Sine. Did I write sine C twice? C was. The angle there was 88. And what that worked out to be, guys? They wanted to say it didn't anything. Given calculate the area. No. You can't go to the nearest whole centimeter. Give them 3 significant figures if they didn't ask for a specific thing. 7.99. Yeah, boy, it's 8. 8.00. 8.00 cm to actually 3 significant figures. Wow. And the minor sector bounded by arc, blah, 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 blah. Minor sector bounded by the arc GH, by arc GH and radii GC and HC. So, okay. The one, this sector now. Pay attention to the green. No, pay attention to whatever color this is. The one, this sector. It's like a slice of pizza. Sector, pizza. So the one, this part here. No, that's simple. There's a maths formula for it, but I'll use the maths formula. So this formula just says theta over 360 by pi r squared. So it's 88 over 360 by pi, which is said to be 3.14 in this question. You use what they tell you pi should be, and r was 4 squared. So what I'm working out to be earlier, 88 over 360 multiply by 3.14 multiply by 4 squared, which is 16. So you get 12.28. Am I making sense? Equal 12.28 cm squared. And obviously now they want you to find the area of the shaded region, the shaded segment here. Pay attention to the light blue, that region here, which they initially have shaded, and that is as easy as subtraction, subtracting the area of the sector from the area of the triangle. So shaded segment equal area of the sector minus the area of the triangle. So this is going to be the 12.28 minus 8 is 4.28 cm squared. All right, guys. So I think with that, I want to bring down the curtain here. This was 1 hour and 12 minutes. I could go on for the whole night, but there's actually a video here on this. There's actually a video here on this channel that I taught for like near 9 hours or something like that. So you could go and watch that if you want to go forever and ever and ever. You could go and watch crash courses. It depends. Hold on. If you're really good, you could go and watch some of the crash courses and stuff that I have online. Just search crash course and go and watch it. Some of them available on YouTube. If you still need to go through the topics, search Kerwin Spring and the specific topics. If you didn't pay a fee, you know, you pay a fee here. Excuse me, you pay a fee here. You gotta press like. Although we are 95,000 subscribers or some kind of thing like that. We need to go up to 100,000 plaque at a we gotta get some plaques. And the last thing you can do for good luck in the exam is follow Kerwin Springer at Instagram. That's if your Instagram still activated. So I find me doing lives just before the exams sometimes could have people sticking on the live just for this company and working out and thing. While some of you all just need to just go and learn from each person have their own specific thing that you need to learn and prep for. So I encourage you, don't stop now. If you have time, if you have the energy, go on, practice up this last little pushes, change lives. You will see a lot of people commenting on it when results come out. Love and blessings, people. Love and blessings. We just do a bunch of hard questions. Go and check out the rest of the channel. Just reading some comments before we go. Write the exam for me, please. What region you're from? By the way, if you're from St. Lucia here and you know a good barber, message me on Instagram number at Kerwin Springer. Look at me. Look at my stage right now. Are you going to save the video? Of course. Love and blessings. Everybody go and follow me now. Follow me now. Easy test tomorrow, guys. You're feeling that easiness. Are you feeling that easiness in the atmosphere? Easiness. My students, them going and mash up their exam. You're going to get some merits. Message me on Instagram if you know a good back. Don't send me no strange place in St. Lucia. I don't know the island. Send me a thing. Yeah. All right. Love and blessings, people. I've seen people ducking out. Press like on the video. Follow me on Instagram at Kerwin Springer. If you need more stuff, follow the Student Hub at the student at _student hub. Hold it down. Or class for next year starting in July. So if you're going to do Cape, class starting in July, people. So you can register for the Student Hub online classes in July. If you're going to repeat any subjects, if you have to do any additional CXC subjects, registration is on right now. That's it.